Charleston White has finally broken his silence on 50 Cent's recent efforts to protect and help free Lil Baby, calling 50 a scary OG, but giving him major respect for being one of the few legends consistently stepping up for the younger generation in the streets. Something Charleston says 50 has done not once, not twice, but over 5 times now. Charleston White is never one to bite his tongue. Known for his explosive takes, controversial views, and unfiltered delivery, he's carved out a space for himself in the commentary world by saying things most people won't dare to. But when it came to 50 Cent's latest actions, standing in front of Lil Baby's legal troubles like a one-man army, Charleston had no choice but to stop, watch, and now speak. And what he had to say surprised everybody. In a video that quickly lit up the internet, Charleston leaned into the camera, eyes sharp, voice steady, and said, "Now listen, I don't like much that goes on in the rap game. I speak out because I see too much fakeness. But that N asterisk 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 50 Cent, that boy right there's a real OG. I'm talking certified. Yeah, he's scary. But he's doing what none of these other old head rappers are doing. He's helping these young boys for real. Asterisk." And there it was. A seal of respect from one of the most unapologetic figures in modern media, directed straight at one of the most feared men in entertainment. Charleston didn't just praise 50 for stepping in once. He emphasized that this wasn't an isolated act of protection. "Man, this ain't the first time 50 done saved somebody," Charleston continued. "He been doing this. Y'all don't remember when he stepped in for Meek? Y'all forget how he protected Pop Smoke's legacy? What about when he went at law enforcement for messing with Gina affiliates? Nah, this ain't new." Charleston is known for holding people accountable, especially within hip-hop. He's clowned rappers for promoting violence. He's blasted labels for using young artists as pawns. And he's regularly called out old heads who just sit back and let the new generation crash out. But in 50's case, it's different. Charleston sees a pattern, a mission, a man with money, power, and reach using it to shield the youth when the wolves come circling. He could be in his mansion, sipping champagne with executives, Charleston said. Instead, he out here getting in the mud for these young dudes. He ain't perfect, but you can't say he ain't real. You can't say he don't care. Charleston then broke down exactly what makes 50 different from other industry veterans. Most legends, he argues, only care about legacy and profit. But 50? He's using his legacy to protect others' futures. He's not just reminiscing on how hard it was. He's actively fighting to make it easier for the ones come behind him. And this latest situation with Lil Baby, it hit different. According to Charleston, it was a final straw. The move that proved 50 isn't just talking. When them feds came for Baby, most of these rappers stayed quiet, he said. They didn't want no smoke. But Fifth, he jumped out front like a soldier, talking about y'all better not touch him. That ain't just words, man. That's pressure. That's big pressure. Charleston believes that what 50 is doing is not only rare, but essential for the survival of young black talent in the game today. He pointed out that the justice system isn't playing fair, and that powerful voices like 50's are necessary to keep the balance from tipping too far. He loud, he bold, and he got the resources, Charleston explained. You need somebody like that to fight fire with fire. 'Cause them people ain't just watching, they plotting, and Lil Baby ain't just a rapper. He a symbol of growth, of change, and of hope. They trying to crush that, and 50 saying hell no. Charleston didn't hold back either. He challenged the rest of the hip-hop OGs to step up like 50. All you other old rappers sitting back getting fat off the culture you helped build, where y'all at? He asked. You got a brother about to be railroaded and you quiet? But you quick to post cars, jewelry, and throwback pics like you still matter. Nah. 50 the only one acting like he still matters on purpose. That clip went viral in minutes. Fans, celebs, even former critics of Charleston started reposting his words. Why? Because it was real. It was one man recognizing another for being more than just an entertainer, for being a protector, a voice, and a shield. Then Charleston took it one step further. He promised to use his platform to back up what 50 Cent was doing. He said he'd start calling out more of the hypocrisy, more of the fear-mongering, more of the people in high positions who pretend they care about the youth but won't lift a finger when it counts. I ain't got 50's money, Charleston said, but I got a voice. and I'ma use it. I see what he doing. I respect it. And if y'all don't get behind it, you're just as bad as the folks trying to lock Baby up. And it wasn't just talk. Charleston has already begun a campaign online using hashtags like hashtag #FreeLilBaby and hashtag #StandWithFifth. He's been posting daily videos breaking down why the case is flawed, how federal investigations into rappers are often more about publicity than justice, and why 50's strategy of controlling the narrative and mobilizing culture is more effective than any legal defense alone. He even reached out to local community leaders, encouraging them to use 50's moves as a blueprint for how to protect and uplift young black men. "We can't wait on celebrities," Charleston said, "but when one of them steps up, you damn sure better support him. 'Cause if we don't, they gon' silence him next." By the end of the week, Charleston's stance had ignited a chain reaction. Other voices began echoing his praise for 50. Public defenders spoke out. Criminal justice reform groups picked up the story. And in hip-hop, it sparked a conversation long overdue. Are our legends doing enough to protect the future? Charleston thinks 50 is. And he made it clear this is not about ego. This is about survival, about legacy in the truest sense. Not just what you leave behind, but who you leave behind to keep carrying the torch.